Hello Libra, what's going on? Hope you are doing very, very well. My name is Diane, for those of you who do not know me, and this is Madam Butterfly Tarot. And we're going to do a general reading for August, but of course it's timeless, you know, all my readings are timeless, so whenever you happen to find this bad boy is when you were meant to see it. Excuse me, I'm choking a little bit. You're very welcome here, Libra. Thank you for being here with me. I appreciate it very, very much. And if you feel called to like and subscribe for me, I would appreciate that very much as well. Okay, so we're going to use the Light Seers Tarot today. Should I finish dropping all the cards? Oh, okay. Okay. I was going to pull them myself, but that's cool. That's cool. Okay. So let's see what you've got. You have the Three of Pentacles. Oh, look at that. Two of Cups. This could be some kind of partnership coming in. Oh, the Ace of Cups. Oh my God. Good Lord. What is this? Oh my God. The Four of Wands. You have a new love coming in here, Libra. That's going to make you very, very happy. This connection that's coming in is going to be very, very stable. You know, the Three of Pentacles is like building something on a pyramid. You know, it's like the base of a pyramid, not building something on a pyramid. That would not be stable. Like, it's like the base of a pyramid, you know. This could be someone that you know, like from a group, like an evening class or like a friend group, or, you know, you guys work together. There's some kind of structure to how you know them. It could even be like an online group, something like that. But you're going to be very, very happy with the Four of Wands. And the Four of Wands obviously also talks about like commitment and marriage and moving in together and stuff. The reason it's so stable is because it's taken a long time to manifest. It's like takes a long time. It's like slow progress It's like slow progress at the start. You know, the Seven of Pentacles here is an energy of like planting seeds and then waiting for them to grow, and it takes a while, but that's why this is so stable for you. So it could be that you guys know each other first from something, you know, before you actually start dating. You have the Two of Cups here and the Eight of Wands at the bottom of the deck here. So yeah, that's the Two of Cups is like best friends, soulmates. You guys are going to be together a lot. If you're not one of those people that usually does that, this person will change you. Like, you'll just be so comfortable with this person. It won't be like putting on a show, you know. You can just be comfortable with this person. So, and because it is like your best friend, you know, it's not a hardship to be with them a lot. You know what I'm saying? Some people kind of drain you and you have to, you know, put on a show, but it's not going to be like that with this person. So I kind of feel like you guys are going to be like a little bit joined at the hip, a little bit, and very, very close. The thing is, you gain energy from each other. So you guys could both be empaths, because it's difficult for an empath to find someone that actually charges them up. You know, usually when empaths hang out with someone, they deplete their energy, you know. But it's not going to be like that with this person. You're actually going to feel energized because you fill their cup and they fill your cup. There's going to be lots of talking, lots of communication about everything. And you're going to be hearing from this person soon. Or you're going to be meeting this person soon. They're going to come into your life soon. You're going to be, yeah, the Fool. This is all about taking a leap of faith with someone new. Someone you've manifested with the Magician. Oh, the Hanged Man. Oh, the King of Wands. Hubba hubba. The Queen of Swords. The Tower. Wow, that's interesting. the Tower, the Queen of Pentacles, and the Ace of Pentacles. Oh my God. So you're going to be hearing from this person, or you're going to be meeting them soon, and they're going to be asking you out. Cuteness. So the Three of Pentacles with the Hanged Man over here, the Hanged Man is like a bit of a delay. You know, you can call it a delay, but it's not really a delay because you're always exactly where you're supposed to be. So it's not really a delay. But it is kind of slow moving at the start. It could be because you guys work together, or because you're part of the same team, or something like that. You know, there's just, it just moves slowly. But it's almost like you guys get to know each other first a little bit somehow. Also, when the Hanged Man appears like that, it's usually because you need to see something from a new perspective, which will be love coming in. So there could be like a little bit of healing at the start on both sides that needs to happen, or one side, you know, I don't know. But yeah, at the start, it'll be slow. You have the King of Wands, which is always new energy for me. So it could be a Leo, Aries, Leo, Sag, but it doesn't have to be. It's just they give me that card so I know it's someone new, you know. But the characteristics of the King or Queen, if you deal with girls, of Wands is like, they're usually very charismatic, very good looking, alpha male, alpha female. You know, they're usually in charge of stuff. Very passionate, very driven, very warm. It's going to move quick. Like the Seven of Pentacles, it starts off really, really slow. And then with the Tower, it moves really fast. So it's probably going to be a bit of a surprise because you'll just be plodding along like, da, 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 I've got plenty of time, you know. And then all of a sudden it's like, bam, the Tower, like everything changes really, really quick. The Lovers. Okay. So this, wow, this is another soulmate card. It's actually the True Love card. I see one of the reasons you're going to fall in love with this person is you're going to really like talking to them. Gemini actually had that message, and that's a Gemini card. So you could be dealing with a Gemini. You know how Geminis like to talk. Yeah, it's going to be like a healthy obsession, but I do think you're going to be quite infatuated with each other, like kind of being in your own little world. You know, one of the reasons for that, like I said, it's I think the empath thing for a lot of you. Like it's one of the few people that doesn't deplete your energy, which is a big thing for an empath, you know. But you can talk to this person about anything, and they can talk to you about anything. So it's like you feel completely comfortable with this person. This is going to be the person that you tell all your secrets to. And also, it's going to be like very, you know, you guys are going to be very attracted to each other. Okay. Clarify this Queen of Swords. Oh, that's another Gemini card. So you could be dealing with a Gemini. Air and fire. Okay. Wow. This person's going to bring... So you're showing up here as this Queen of Swords, but it could still be air, just because that's how they give me the cards, you know. You have the Judgment card here with the Ten of Wands and the Queen of Swords. The Queen of Swords is someone that has been through a lot. It's also Libra energy. Took me a while to catch on to that. The Queen of Swords is, someone that's really kind of had a hard life, or they've been through a lot, you know, like they've had some harsh life experiences. So they are very cautious about who they let into their life, you know. But because of that, I feel with the Ten of Wands, you've had to carry a lot by yourself, you know, maybe because you just can't trust other people, because people have given you no reason to trust them, right? Up until this point, you'll trust this person. So it's going to be a huge weight off your shoulders. Not even, I'm sure this person will do things for you, but I think just having someone there that you can talk to them about anything, and you know they're always going to have your back, and they're not draining your energy, and it's stability. This person, like with that Four of Wands, they bring a lot of stability into your life. This person is very, very stable. So it's going to be, you can see in the Judgment card here, it's like a huge, you can see like a huge burden has been lifted off her heart space. So just having this person around is going to, it's going to feel like a big weight has been lifted out, like off your shoulders and out of your heart space. Because the Ten of Wands is also about carrying heavy emotional baggage that's going to be released because you feel very stable with this person. And that's literally, you know, sometimes literally you just need someone that has your back unconditionally. And that's what you're going to have with this person. So you're just going to be like, oh, relief. You know, I don't have to carry like all this weight by myself. I don't have to do everything by myself all the time. I have like support, and you know, it's just, it's lovely. Tell me about this Queen of Pentacles. I'm just going to move them over there because they're kind of in the way. Tell me about this Queen of Pentacles. The Six of Cups and the Ace of Swords, the Page of Swords. This Queen of Pentacles here has had some breakthrough about the past. So this is either, this person here is either this Queen of Swords, so it's either you, or it's like you're the King of Wands and you're dealing with the Queen of Pentacles, okay? This Queen of Pentacles here, that's someone who is like, they're very stable. They're very, again, very independent, very grounded. This person, this Queen of Pentacles, there's been some kind of breakthrough in the way that they're thinking about the past. Because it was kind of holding them back with the Page of Swords. There was like a little bit of over-analyzing things or being really cautious or something like this that's now been healed. So this Queen of Pentacles, so this is you. So you could, this is talking about your business now a little bit here, okay? Your business or your job. Because the Queen of Pentacles is someone who, you know, they're financially independent because they've been filling their own cup for a long time. Because you're releasing, or you've had a breakthrough with something from the past. With the Chariot, this is you moving forward quickly. That's success, willpower, determination, fast moving energy. You're also going to be feeling like a lot happier with the Ten of Cups. It could be something from childhood that you've healed and pushed through, because it was kind of stopping your advancement. But you're gonna, there's like a breakthrough in your emotional well-being, your emotional happiness. And I think it actually comes in before this person does. You know, you're going to be feeling like this prior to this person arriving. So that's good. Yeah, you're going to be getting back into like a Page of Cups energy, which is, that's like your inner child coming out, especially when you have the Six of Cups, Page of Cups, talks about the inner child. So there's like a playfulness, I think, comes out either like right before you meet this person or when you're sort of with this person. It brings out like your inner child because you feel safe with this person. So creativity, having fun, you know, like a safe space. Seven of Cups. There was a bit of a delay here, or you were holding back, because with the Seven of Cups, that's like, this new person is like an unknown quantity. You know, it's like in the past, you know, I was dealing with people and you know, they turned out to be awful. They turned out to be like a snake or a baby dragon. So, I don't know about this. Like, what if What if this person turns out to be awful too? But you've balanced that energy, you know. Yeah, the Sun. This is seeing things very clearly. This is getting your mojo back right here. The Page of Cups and the Sun. That's getting your happy back. Wow, this is such a cute reading. Oh my gosh. And the Five of Pentacles. So you have been like left out in the cold in the past, you know, for sure. And that was the Page of Wands that wanted to come out there, which is like, it talks about like, you know, almost like coming back from the dead, getting a new perspective, feeling excited and happy about life and love again. 10 of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. So commitment, building a legacy together, family. Beautiful. Okay. Oh man, did you see that? Look, the Knight of Cups and the Star. So you have a love offer that's coming in that's going to be a total wish fulfillment for you. Oh man, how do I keep this PG? Because, yeah, I can never remember the word. I always want to say something sapient. It's not something. People who get turned on by other people being smart. I feel like you're both that. So there's something about talking to each other that actually does that to you. Like it actually kind of turns you guys on. So I'm not going to say anything else because your trope doesn't like it. So if you've been feeling a bit stuck, that energy is being healed. Okay, it's the right time. The Hanged Man, delay. The Wheel of Fortune, the correct time. So this should be happening pretty soon. Just try and forget about it though, you know. I mean, get yourself prepared, but then just try and forget about it. Tell me about this King of Wands then. What is coming in for Libra? The King of Pentacles. The Knight of Cups, oh my god. Wish fulfillment. The Six of Cups. I was just going to pull random cards, but they want them arranged. Huh, that's interesting. You have the Queen of Pentacles and the Queen of Pentacles. The Three of Cups. See, there's something here about, like, the Chariot is also about decisions. There's something that's been healed from the past so that you can make decisions better, which is probably your solar plexus chakra healing, which has been coming up a lot in the reading. So I guess as a collective, for certain people, that's being healed. Okay. So the Nine of Cups energy here, like this person that's coming in is going to be a total wish fulfillment. This Queen of Swords here, I mean, I was asking about the King of Wands, but you know, whatevs. There was like a little bit of an issue with the past that's been overcome. Tell me about this Queen of Pentacles then. Okay, you're very busy. This Queen of Pentacles is very busy. That could be like a single mother, you know, single dad. It's someone who does everything, like fills their own cup. They're, you know, Queen of Pentacles, excellent at business, excellent at their work. You know, like I said, working mother. The house is organized, the bills are paid. You know, the washing's done. You know, and you look good while you're doing it, but you're very busy. There's an element of being very busy. Like the Two of Pentacles having a lot of stuff to juggle. So there's some energy of you moving from having this really hectic schedule to being in this Three of Cups energy, which is like partying basically. Like having more energy and time for yourself to party and date and have fun. And you have the Three of Wands here, so it's definitely like it's time to move forward. How does one get to this? this energy of taking more time for oneself. Tell me about that Tower. Oh, I see. You're going to have some kind of... The Tower is like an epiphany. So you're going to have some epiphany at some point. Like either you've already had it or you're having it soon. That you need more time for yourself to rest. Because the Queen of Pentacles is also about like grooming yourself and making sure you're sleeping and eating so you don't look like a troll. You know, there's some kind of epiphany around that you're going to be having to prepare you for this person coming in. There's no point in having someone coming in if you don't have the time to date them, right? Or hang out. Like, what's the point in that? I also think there's a past person that you dealt with this person in the past. This King of Pentacles. You could have dealt with an earth sign in the past. It doesn't have to be an earth sign. It's just for me. I know that's a past person that caused a little bit of a delay. Because, you know, I think that's the reason you had that Seven of Cups energy, that now you regard new people as like, well, I don't believe that you're nice for a second. You know, you obviously suck. So, you know, there was like either spirit did it this way or this person did it this way, where they brought this person into your life gradually so that you wouldn't freak out and like reject them because of this past person you dealt with. Because this past person has a lot to answer for. They were very heavy on your heart. They left you feeling very heavy. But this new person is going to release that. You have the Two of Swords here. So this past person put you in like some kind of no energy. You know, where you weren't dating anyone else. It could have even affected like you making friends with people, because it could have affected your trust, you know. Five of Swords. So this person that you were dealing with, that's my card for a narcissist or someone that's like controlling or plays mind games, that doesn't really give a fuck about you, you know. It's more about breadcrumbing you and being in control and getting an ego boost, you know, people that you text them and they vanish and, you know, things like this. Because it's about playing the game. It's not about actually wanting to be with you. It's about playing the game. So, no wonder they did so much damage. I also think you have some kind of new perspective on commitment, because this past person could have messed with, you know, you're wanting to be in a commitment. I'm going to say something controversial here. Take it or leave it. It doesn't have to be for you if you don't like it. But something I discovered about myself is if you chase this type of douchey energy, this King of Pentacles, Five of Swords, past energy, douchiness, like emotional unavailability, like not really wanting to be in a relationship. It's all about control and power and stuff like that. It could be masking your own lack of emotional, like desire for emotional intimacy. You know, there could be like a fear of commitment there that's being played out by you chasing people that you know are emotionally unavailable, if you see what I mean. Because it could be that your parents had a crap relationship, so that's all you've ever known. You know what I mean? So I think you've overcome this like fear of commitment so this new person can come into your life. So to close the reading, we are going to get some of these cards. Oh, I like that card. We're taking that. Remember that it's okay to be happy. Really it is. I like that. This person is going to remind you of that, because I think for you it's been so serious for so long. Also with the Queen of Swords, you might, you know, air signs do this. You might have a tendency to get trapped in your head and think. So this person is going to remind you that it's okay to be happy. They're going to drag you out of your head a little bit. You know, fire signs, they don't have to be a fire sign, but because they're representing as that, it means this person's going to appear with like lots of energy and passion for things. Whereas, you know, I'm a Gemini, so I'm like this too, so I'm not shaming you. Air signs, we tend to get stuck in our head, you know. Whereas this fire sign is going to probably drag you outside and make you do stuff, you know. They're going to make you laugh. It's actually one thing I just heard. So that's nice. Right, tell me what would you like Libra to know to close the reading? What would you like Libra to know? What is this? Find ways to lighten up and not take everything so seriously. That's this Tower. They're so rude sometimes, aren't they? Spirit doesn't give a shit about your feelings. That's this Tower. There's some kind of epiphany coming where you suddenly feel lighter, which is why, you know, this Queen of Pentacles, you could resonate with being like a little bit of a workaholic. You know, maybe after this past person, you just, you know, you just worked. You didn't really have any fun. So there's an energy here. And I feel like it happens before this person comes in. You know, like almost like right before they come in, where you start to kind of be like, you know what, I don't want to just work all the time and do like chores. I want to do fun stuff. So I'm going to make more time in my schedule for me to just, I'm trying not to swear. It's hard for me because I have a mouth like a sailor. You know, to just chill and do stuff that you like, even if it's not productive, because you're supposed to do that. You're supposed to do stuff that's not productive. You know, you're supposed to do stupid things that don't mean anything. You know, that's cool. You're allowed to do that. This wants to go over here. Stop looking outside yourself for the answers. You already know them. That's this energy over here. There's something that happens with you, like before this person comes in, where you become more confident in yourself. You know, again, it could be a solar plexus chakra thing. That's a solar plexus chakra thing. Like when you start to realize that you don't have to go to someone else for validation for your opinion. Excuse me, you can make decisions because you know what's best for you. You know what I mean? And it's going to make you really happy. There's a level of self-assurance here that comes in before this person does, that you're already going to be really happy by the time they come in. I think it's something to do with your childhood, where you know, you may have had like strong energies around you, so you went, it destroys your sense of self when you have that around you when you're a child. So this may have been something like a pattern for you, you know, where you didn't have confidence in yourself. You know, that's changing. So that's your messages, Libra. I'm going to leave it there. I hope you enjoyed the reading. Many, many thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe for me if you feel like doing that. I'd appreciate that too. And as always, I wish you many blessings, love and light. Take care.